All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. It's been a while. But yeah, let's dive in right away. We got closures coming up in a couple minutes, so I want to kind of see where we're at here. We're already approaching these lows. Let me start off on the monthly time frame just to take a quick peek. Holy moly. Look at this monthly candle. Lord have mercy. All right, guys. So, wow, we already took out the quick low there. Yeah, honestly, this is where I think we're headed. I'm sorry, let me go to, yeah, we already took that low. I was gonna grab this wick, but we already hit that target. All right, weekly target lows got filled there. Yeah, we're approaching this 39.92 area right down here, right in this area right down here. We're almost there too. I mean, yeah, man, it's 750 pips away. So yeah, it's a nice little drop here. I'm gonna wait for a pullback. All right, so that's gonna be the target there, about right about 4,000. Um, Look at the 30-minute really quick. I want to see if there's a potential for any pullbacks here. Yes, please. Wow, it's diving down. Yeah, we broke structure here already. So we have support right in this area right here. Yeah, beautiful support broke, retested, and is dropping now. Let me see if we could get a little pullback. Um, we got a 15-minute candle opening here. Let's see. Can we get a pullback? Look at the 5-minute. Yeah, I'm looking for an entry here, guys, right away. This on gold. I don't know if it'll go back up. Let me put this. This is a little minor support here on. Yeah, if I do get in, it's gonna look something like this, right? This is what I'm. This is what I'm gonna wait for. We're gonna make this quick and simple, right? I want to see if I can get an entry. If not up here, it'll look something like this. And then stop loss will probably be right up here. Yeah, that's what it'll be looking like. Maybe less risk right there. All right, so let's see if we get a drop, come up and retest, activate us, and then drive down. Yeah, that's kind of the plan here. In the meantime, let's take a look at NASDAQ. What's MNQ doing here? Okay, yeah, look at that. Let's go off the 30-minute. Ooh, yeah, this thing is choppy here. It's looking to starting to roll over here. Yeah, this thing might drive down here. 4-hour flip. Hmm. Well, there's one thing I'll say. We barely have a top wick on the 4-hour. Um, I don't know. This thing might be making a bottom wick to flip up and re-break the highs here. It's a little tricky here, but wow, bro, we got so much room to move down here. Yeah, it looks cleaner on the 1-hour, but it would probably be at the break of this level here. That's probably what I would do right here. The support right here on the 1-hour. I might wait for this thing to break below here, and then I mean the drop is we got all the way down here. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking at about a thousand point move. That's a nice drop right there. Well, yeah, I think we'll wait on that, but it's this is not a good time to be trading that, so I might just stay out of it here. All right, let's go back to the 5-minute here. Yeah, I want to wait here. I want to see if we can come up and retest here. Yeah, you see we got a bit of a wick here, kind of pulled up. Let's see if we can come up and retest this area here. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't mind that move at all there. Yeah, let's wait on it. That's probably gonna be the move right there. All right, have that set up here real quick. All right, let's see what we got here. Going with contracts here. There's a GPA right down here. And the support right there. And the stops are gonna be just above this range, right? Put a top above that way. So about $650 risk. Yeah, that will be the trade. And let's set it up right there. All right. That's the setup there, guys. So let's just wait and see if we get a little pullback here and then catch the drive down. Yeah, because once we broke below here off the 5 minute little retest, probably be like a top wick here. Yeah, we got a new 15-minute open. It's probably opening up in the green. Yep, there it is. So let's see if this 15-minute wick can pull up. Um, Sometimes, the wick might not make it all the way to the top. It'll come up halfway. I might still take an impulse entry at that point because we already got the breakout here off the 15. So I'm expecting this thing to come all the way down here. Worst case, I'll just take an impulse if this thing starts breaking the lows here. I want a steeper wick, preferably to tap this level up here, but let's see. Yeah, let's see if we get a bigger move up here. A lot of times that's probably all you're gonna get. If it flips and re-breaks the previous 15 lows, then I might consider it, but we'll see. This wouldn't even be a bad entry here, but I feel like we could come up a little higher. I might even move the entry slightly lower. Yeah, 40.83 right there. Yeah, yeah. I moved my entry just a little bit lower. It's not much of a difference there, so let's wait and see. But yeah, it might come up to the line up here, but I want to see these top wicks sometimes can be aggressive. Let me see. 85 or 6. 86 is good right now. I just want to see if it comes up. If this is all we're gonna get. Might just drive down, but we still have a new hourly candle that's gonna pop open here, so that new hourly candle might come up to make that top wick. So let's be patient and see. We got about little under 9 minutes. right, there it is. We're getting that steeper wick here. And I might even move the entry back to where it was. Let me just do that. Slide it right up to that resistance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I moved it back up a little bit, guys. Yeah, ideally we wanted to come back and retest, right? So we got this candle that broke out. We got a closure below. Normally these candles come up, make a top wick to retest the broken level. That's usually the pattern. A lot of times it'll come up like you see now, and start flipping down from here. So it's not crazy to take an impulse entry, but we want to stick to the to the higher probability trade. So we'll wait to get the entry up here if possible, especially realizing that we're getting a candle closure right here in about 6.5 minutes. So yeah, and keep in mind this is the Asia session as well, so there is some volatility. The volume usually picks up around this time. Um, we'll see. We'll see if we get some volume. Once we get activated, we start to flip and break the lows. Then at that point, we'll start managing risk and go break even, take our partials, things like that. So yeah, it's running up. It's moved up about 80, 90 pips. And by the way, guys, I'm on MNQ. I'm sorry, MGC. So just keep in mind, don't overtrade. Just I'm in with just two contracts. To minimize risk with any particular drawdown. Stops are above these highs right here, or this resistance level here, and you know, but keep that in mind. You can go in with one or two contracts. Just go in small. Yeah, look at that move up here. See, that's why I initially had it around that 480, 80. I had it at 82, I think, 83, and then moved it up to 86, then back up to 89. Now we're up to 85. So yeah, so this is a pretty decent top wick here. Um, Candles set to close in about 4 minutes, so we might get activated here. Let's see. Again, these are high probability trades, right? We're trading this 15-minute breakout. Um, Once we got the closure below, it's very common that the next 15-minute candle will come up, make a top wick, or retest the level here, and then once we get activated, we'll see. It's a very small risk, so I'm gonna see if we get tapped in right here. But if we start to flip back down and re-break the lows here, then we could probably take the entry there and then write it down. So, but this will be the preferred entry. Look how close it came to activating. Very close. Very close. let's see, 3 minutes. So if this candle doesn't activate us, the next 15-minute candle should come up, make a top wick. Might even want to take out the previous high here off of this candle that broke out and sweep those highs, grab that liquidity, and then roll over. We should we should see this target hit. To be honest with you, it already made its way down. It's approaching the monthly and the weekly lows, so that's what I'm expecting. I think gold's gonna hit that 4,000 mark, and we're gonna catch this entire move on the way down. Hmm. Okay, 1 minute to this closure here. Let's see. This candle came very close to the activation, but it kind of pulled back a little bit. So many times it happens where this next candle will go no top wick, just rip all the way down. But I'm hoping we'll get a top wick here. Ooh, rip it down now, guys. Let's see. Yeah. Flip? Nope. 25 seconds. Yeah, it's probably gonna close bullish here. But yeah, next candle might, you know, at least I hope it will come up, sweep the previous 15 high, then and then lock it from there. All right, so we got a bullish closure, formed that minor support there. So again, I might take an impulse entry here, guys. Okay. All right, let's see, is it gonna run up on us here? No bottom wick on this 15. Let's see. I want to see if it's gonna come up and sweep the highs, but they had no bottom wick. We already came up here. This thing might flip down here. Hmm. Yeah, it's about to flip here. Is it? Hmm. All right, so yeah, it flipped here. All right, let me delete that pending order. I might make a move here. Might go a little more aggressive. Hold on a second. Oops. No, 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 no. It's a market order. Let's see. Let me be patient with it because I might take that entry at the break of the previous 15 lows if this thing flips. But if it starts to come back, I'll just take the my stop loss. If I do that, my stop loss will probably be up here about 40.98. Yeah, yeah. My stop loss at my TP will be down at the monthly low target that we set up all the way down here. 3999.79, right around 4,000. Perfectly fine there. I just want to see because a lot of times it makes a steeper wick and it usually comes up and swipes the highs. But we got a top wick here. If it decides to flip and take out the previous lows, then we're probably gonna take an impulse entry there. What's up, Forrest? I seen you. I seen you, brother. Yeah, Forrest. Oh, you know what? Let me show you something, guys. Let me. While we wait for this thing to flip, let me see if I can. Can I get into this one? Oh no, it's hold on. Maybe I can fix it. Yeah, I think I can fix it. Let me see. Oh, there we go. All right. Look at this is let me go to this one here real quick. Look at this here. This is see this on gold here, but look at the difference here. This is on the forex side, right? On XAU. Notice this. So we got the breakout, right? So look at the retest. See how it came into that yellow line and it flipped. So this thing, yeah, this thing might start ripping down, guys. Yeah. All right. I'll look at that another time. Let's get back to business here. This thing is stalling here, but I would have preferred a steeper wick, especially. Man, I mean, this wouldn't have been a bad entry, but I was waiting to see if it would have just tapped right in there and activated. But now we're getting the flip now, so um, you know what, guys? Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, it's coming down here. When I get in at 47.5, if we get a pullback here, if it breaks the low, a lot of times once it sweeps the low, it tends to pull back up, and then I'll probably take an impulse entry here. Let me give it a second. Yeah. Wow, did come close, man. We had it up here, but all right, let's pull him back up here. Let's see. It hasn't broke the lows yet, though. That's the intent. I think it's gonna come down, sweep the lows, and continue down. But we would have to wait for that move to occur. Yeah, it's pulling back up here. Yeah. Since it failed to break the lows, a lot of times, what it does, it make this bottom wick, it'll flip, then come up and tap. And in that case, we'll wait for it to come up here. But if it starts breaking the lows here, then we'll just get in and catch it. There it is. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So take the low there. All right, lows match. Let's see. Oh, pull back up. I'm waiting for the break of the low there. All right, there it is. Okay, so let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback, then I'll jump in and make my move there. Yeah, it's all patience, gang. I mean, sometimes look at that. It missed our activation by about what 40 points, 40 pips. So let's see if we get a little pullback here. This thing might rip. Give me a pullback. There we go. All right, there we go. Rebroke the lows again. So gonna pull back up. All right, it's breaking the 15 lows here. Yeah, a lot of times it pulls back up in a move like this. So it's all about being patient. But I think this is going to continue to run down, but I want to get a solid entry here. Take the three contracts. This break of the low here is going to be crazy. 40.72. All right, gang, I took myself here. Got that nice little retracement. I'm going to put my stop loss right there. That's above that previous 30. TP's down here, guys. 4,000. All right, we're in, gang. So now we wait. Yeah. Now we wait. Yeah. Now it'll pull back. Sometimes it'll reverse up and then break the highs. But the fact that it made a top wick and it came down, broke the lows, pushed up, then re-broke a second time, then I take my entry there. It's all good. We're in. What's up, Lamar? MNQ. All right, let's take a look at MNQ while we're holding this craziness here. All right, hold on a sec. Oh wait, there you go. Let's take a look at MNQ. Wow, Lamar. No, Lamar. Look at this. All right, so we got 15 minute. Let's go to 30 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour for fun. All right, look at this chop here, Lamar. We got this drop, and now it's consolidating. So we got it's almost like a little bearish flag. I don't know. It does all this stupidity sometimes. Like, so if I was to even mark this up off the highs, then let me just stretch it out just a bit. Yeah. So we got this range here. Look at this triangle pattern here. So we got the flag pattern here. So it's a bearish flag pattern, but this could be dropping. But you see how it's bouncing off? See this candle here, and then it bounced up. Then this candle wick below came up. Now this candle came down but failed to close below, and now this one is bouncing up. So this bottom yellow line here, that support line here, off of this consolidation on the 1 hour time frame is very, very strong. It's holding up, but this candle is very new. It's a young candle. I would just say if this candle, there's a problem here though. Notice this. This 1 hour closed with no bottom wick. No bottom wick here. This candle made the bottom wick. The only way I would get in here, wow, this candle has to come up, make a top wick. You know, if it reflips and breaks the lows, I would not even then actually. I would just say more if we get a closure below. I think that would be ideal. That means MNQ is moving up here. All right, let's take a look at you. Let's go to the 15 minute. All right, yeah, we're holding. I might add a position here, but maybe not. I just let it ride. Either way, I still expect it might come up here. If that's the case, I might add an extra contract up here or two. But my risk will be up here regardless, around 4096 ish. Yes, 4095.9. I'll just leave it there. But the fact that we broke the 15 lows here is good, but it might want to come up and retest and then flip down. So even if it comes up here, we'll hold that drawdown and then, but I'm expecting this thing to rip. So 30-minute time frame. Yeah, let's see how it plays out. Yeah, Lamar, that's what I will wait for, brother. Yeah, that's a perfect little pattern there. It's kind of ranging in there, but notice how it's the space for it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Eventually, it's either gonna break to the upside or break below. My guess, might bounce up here, come back, and then eventually break below. That will probably happen more likely than not in during Asian. But let's see. This candle's young, like I said. This thing could pop up. If this candle were to flip, it might start driving. Ooh, might start driving down. My bad. So I'll be patient with this one, Lamar, and just wait. Yeah. So Lamar, just go to 30 minute, go to the 1 hour. I would say the 1 hour. I prefer the breakout here. So again, a closure below this support here. What's that price? 29627.0. Just wait for a closure below 29627. Then once you get a closure below, then you wait for a top wick, and then boom, you catch your move down. What's the range down here too? Look at this range, Lamar. Holy moly! There's nothing till like all the way down here. Yeah, Lamar, you're looking at a drop from about 296 something. You can, yeah, over 1,000 points. This thing is coming all the way downtown. So it'll be a pretty. Where's my indicators here? Use this. Yeah, you might get a break like this, right? Then you're gonna get, then it'll come back up, maybe retest, right? And then boom, get, get your shot down. That's what it will look like. But yeah, just be patient. It's right there. You don't want to take these impulse entries. You want to give it some time to move and stuff. But we'll see. All right, let's see. This thing is in drawdown. Eh, gold is there. Let's see. We'll wait on it here. I want to see if this thing, closes bearish. What time is it? All right, we got a minute. So yeah, we might get a bearish closure here. It's not a bad sign, guys. It might still want to come up. Remember, it broke out, but sometimes it breaks out, comes up, retests, and then continues down. So we might be in some drawdown, but it's not too bad. It's only $100. Let's wait on it. Let's wait on it. This thing give us a top wick. Yeah, a little. Yeah, we need something. We need a bigger top wick than that. I need something to come up like this and then flip and then re-break these lows now, the previous 15 lows, and then we should see a move down. Let's see. Let's see. I wanna definitely want a steeper top wick here. Maybe come up, sweep the highs, and then flip down. If anyone's panicking, remember I told you go in small. If you went in with your 10 contracts, you know that that's a bad move. But I've been there, so you used to try to go big. You see the setup, you think it's gonna play out, and then all of a sudden you're blowing your account on one trade. So just be patient. See MNQ, what's the deal? Ah, look at that. Close bullish here. No top wick here. Look at this candle making a bottom wick, Lamar here. So this thing is gonna come down and it's gonna flip up. It's gonna continue. It's gonna re-break the 1 hour highs. We might get a retest up here. A sell from here might not be too crazy. Once it, you know, maybe 2 or 3 candles, it'll end up retesting right around this price level, 29,800, 29,815-ish. If we respect that, just like we did here and we did here, it'll come up, make a lower high, and then come down. So maybe the sales from that 29,800 price range, more or less. It's not too crazy. But this thing has no top wick, so this is a bottom wick. This thing should flip back up. But yeah, we'll be patient with the MNQ. We'll give it a rest. Anyway, hey, look at this, guys. We're in profit. Well, well, well. What did I tell you? All right, swept the previous 15. We could expect a pullback here, so don't freak out. Right, we came down, swept the previous 15. We might get a pullback here, but yeah, we should see a drive down here. How's it look on the 30? Yeah, look at that 30. Breaking the previous 30 lows after making the top. Yeah, this thing's gonna drive down, guys. Hang on for the ride. We're up $100. Patience, patience, patience. Yeah, so just so you know, my stops are, you can see they're right above the previous 30 highs. That's the risk. If it's gonna reverse and re-break these 30 highs, not only will it go back into this range, it's breaking those highs there. So we get stopped out, we get stopped out there. That's the risk we want to take because why? More likely than not, there's a very high probability that it'll run up to retest the top of the range. And we definitely don't want to hold that drawdown. So we'll leave it right there. Once we start driving down, we can probably run the stop losses down to just above here. But if it drives down pretty quick, we can always go break even or close the trade. You don't have to hold it to the take profit, guys. If you like your profit, yeah, you're up your $300-$400. Take your profits and run. Call it a night. Yeah. Go back to the Nasdaq. This was looking good. All right, 30-minute is bouncing off here. We already saw that. Where's the 1 hour again? Look at this. Yeah, it was off the 15. Yeah, so you see the 15 open with no top wick. So yeah, this is probably making a bottom wick, and then this. I think MNQ is gonna keep running up here. So I would just be patient and wait. I drew up that beautiful flag pattern. So it's almost like what we call like a triangle pattern. If you see it, see how it's in closing, and it tested up here, came down, made the bottom here, came up, retested. Look at that consolidation, came up and retested right there, and look at that roll back down where to stop, where all these candles stopped before. So then here, but you see how it's getting smaller, and eventually it'll either break up or break down, but just wait for the closure below any of these levels here and you should be all right. Yeah, so you see it broke the lows and then pulled up. It's not unusual for it to do that, but let's stick to the 30-minute and let's wait it out here because this is going to be a very important closure. Unless this candle closes doji, or it would end up flipping. I mean, 8 minutes is a lot of time. So, but the fact that we made a top wick first, came down and take out the lows, I'm expecting this to continue to drive down. But I don't control the market, so the market's gonna do whatever it wants to do. All right. Yeah, so this is the pullback here after re-breaking the previous 30 low. You get a little bit of a retracement. It's not unusual. If the retracement starts to get aggressive, like I said, flipping this candle, we might look to manage risk, but my stops are right where they are. I know what I'm risking here. I'm risking less than 1% on this trade. So, you know, I'm not concerned at all. Any fair value gaps? You know what's interesting, guys? There's a 30-minute FEG right here. Am I above it? Well, all right. I don't know. For many of you that don't know, I'm gonna slide this up. There's a thing called CISD. It's called the consequential encroachment. Um, that's a lot to explain at this point. But anyway, if you notice this FEG right here, which is about halfway the body of this candle right here, I just slightly move my stop loss just above. Um, the reason I did that is because a lot of times it'll come tap into the fair value gap. If it goes beyond the halfway point of this gap, a lot of times it will, then continue to move up and invalidate and so on. So just just moved it up slightly. What? Point seven points, but that's just a strategic move. Anyway, we're in profit here, so let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, so we're re-breaking the lows here. Look at that. Yeah, so we re-broke the lows, right? We got the little slight retracement, and now we should get a run to the downside here. So let's see what this is gonna look like, because we might get a bearish closure here on the NASDAQ. Pardon me one sec. Give me one sec. A little bit. That's good because we also want this 30 minute to give us a bottom look here anyway. Definitely a bearish closure is what we would prefer here, but let's see. Let's keep an eye on it. Anything can happen. All right, so we're in this area here. Where we find support here? This is a support area here. Probably this wick fail here. Let me mark this up real quick because this might be a half week. Okay. Okay. Still there. Yeah, I marked that up. That's the wick fill from that low on that support, and then once we break below that, we should drive down. We'll see. This will be a good area to take partials, or I don't know, I might even close full there. We'll see. Depending how late it is, I don't want to be up here till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning holding this trade. I want this thing to start driving down, give us our profits, close and get out. But we'll see. Maybe I'll hold the runner down for the full TP. All right, yeah. So we got about a minute 45 seconds for this candle to close. So let's see. Looks like we'll close bearish here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. A lot of these candle bears. Look at these bearish candles, right? We do have a fair value gap up here. A lot of times this thing will probably, close bearish. Next candle sometimes comes down, then reflips, and then comes up, and they might end up tapping into this area here, or retest the resistance here. So, but 55 seconds left now. We're starting to push down. Yeah, we rebroke the previous 30 lows again. So let's see if we're going to drive down or not. I do expect a top wick at the next candle. So if this thing were to run down with no top wick, you know, I might consider just, closing with whatever profits I have, because, you know, more likely than not, it's going to come back up to make a top wick. And all right. So yeah, see, establish a new FEG here. Yeah, so this top wick could come here, re-break the 30 highs, tap into that FEG. Yeah, no bottom wick here. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, this is good right here. This little FEG, it might come in, tap into that, and then reverse. So this is gonna be good here. Yeah, so we did get a bearish closure on the 15. No bottom wick. This is a top wick here. It might tap into this level here, which will be fine. We'll hold that and then catch the flip down. Might be looking for additional contracts here if the opportunity arises. So, all right. As I told you, look at that. It opened with no top wick, started pulling down until it was going to flip up. This, everything's going to continue to move up. It might, start slowly going like this, trickling, and then test, like I said, right around 29,800, 29,820, something like that. Maybe up here, 29,825, 828. This thing's going to start moving up. So yeah, the NASDAQ, I will wait for sales when it comes into that 29,800, 815 area. Look for your positions. Ooh, what happened here? No, we're already flipping. Oh, yeah. So that was your top wick here on the 15. Let's see. It could be steeper or not, but nothing unusual here. Yeah, top wick on the 30. See, so this candle here was the breakout candle, right? Broke this level here and this level here. Next candle, what does it do? Top wick, flip. Next candle, top wick, flip. Next candle, top wick, flip. This candle, top wick. See the pattern? So we should expect this to flip bearish, come and sweep these lows, and drive down and hit this midway point here. Like I said, this fair value gap is untapped here, so it wouldn't surprise me if we want to come up and retest that. That's perfectly fine. If we were to come up and invalidate this fair value gap, then yeah, we're probably going to see it try to retest this one up here. But we do have this resistance right here as well. So come up, tap into that gap, and then reverse back down. Let's see. This is a pretty decent top wick here. So this top wick was pretty decent. Now it flips, re-breaks previous 30 lows, and drives all the way down. Let's see. is a good move up here on the 5-minute. Come up and retest and then roll over. This was the original entry, but the reason why I took the impulse entry was because the previous 30 after making the top wick, since it didn't quite make it all the way to the top here. Made this top wick when it flipped and broke the lows. This was actually off the 15. Once this came and rebroke the lows, we took our entry right here, but now it's flipping up here. But like I said, we have this resistance and this fair value gap as well. Patience, patience, patience. Oh, beautiful. It's coming up. All right, so fair value gap got tapped in there. Now it's let's see if we'll get a push down here, or is it gonna come to retest the highs? Resistance, I should say. I might align taking a trade. I might take an extra contract. I have that ready there, but I'll take this if it comes up to like 89. Otherwise, I'll just keep holding. Mind you, if I add this other contract, it's gonna move my entry up a little bit. I feel like taking this. Yeah, 15-minute candle gonna be open here. So we got a nice bullish candle. Next candle might come up. Make a top up here, tap in, and then push down. Let's see. I might want to come and tap this for value gap right here. All right, full disclosure here. Yeah, you should see a move up here. Let's see if it's gonna come, tap that level, and then flip. Near the top break, broke the previous highs. Now it's flipping. I want the entry right here. So I'm gonna just wait to take a pineapple, or I would say an additional 2 contracts, but only if it reaches that level up there. Otherwise, I'll just hold. Look at this move here. Oh, that move was good on MNQ there. Mm-hmm. Hmm. This little flip down the 15-minute looks beautiful. 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, this might start driving down. What's the higher? 287. You know what? Take a crack at it. Yeah. Yeah, I took this sell on the MNQ here. It's not, stop loss is right there, very small trade. You see this. But, I like the way the candle's printed there. Took this one off the 15, flip here. You got a bearish hammer candle. See, we got to drive down here. Drive. Oh, where my TP? I put it way down here. Hold on. What am I doing here? Oh, it's crazy. Oh, because I was putting it down here, but that's too far down. I mean, that's not that far. Remember, I put this shaded purple. This thing might come down right there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it there. See if this thing starts to drive here. moving. Okay. Let me bring it right up here. I'll leave that whole move. Right. It'll fill the range right there. Let's see. It was this candle right here that did it for me. This thing starts to roll over and comes down. It might even come grab this wick here. That should be a pretty decent trade. What's this fella doing over here? Oh, it's starting to come down here. Interesting. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's just be patient with it. You gonna drive down or what? This was an impulse entry. I just jumped in. I don't think it will come down, at least to try to grab this wick and then maybe just come right to the bottom of the range. We'll see. This is in a okay. Every time I change the chart, it goes all the way. Yeah, this thing is again just within that range right here. It's just consolidating here, but you should get this thing to roll over eventually. It's taking a while. You got 6 minutes to this closure. If you notice how it's still respecting this resistance after it broke out, came up. This is pretty. It came up close to retesting here, but you gotta start getting a drive down. This thing should start tanking. So yeah, still waiting. What's this one looking like? All right, MNQ looking good. We're in profit here, so I don't know. Be patient, guys. It's a small trade, right down to the bottom of the range. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, so let's see if we get the drive down. We got about 5 minutes left on this. So let's see if we curl over. We got this beautiful closure here. This is a nice closure here. Driving. Yeah, we're coming down here too. Okay, everything's looking like it's supposed to. This thing is bouncing around here. Drop or what? This thing ain't trying to go down. Got 3 minutes to this 15 closure. Let's see. Let's come down. It'll be a new hourly candle too. The hourly is probably bullish, leaving a nice top wick here. We're gonna top wick here, and then this thing can start flipping. But we got a minute to this candle closure here, so let's see. Let's see what the next candle is gonna do. Yeah, stops are just above the previous 15 years. Like it's like 50 pips. It's not a big deal. Few ticks up. Excuse me. So flipping bullish here with 55 seconds. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna get a bearish closure here on. Oh, very nice. Okay, nice rejection wiggle of that top wick, and then flip back down after tapped into that fair value gap. Not bad. Let's see if we see a continuation to the downside. And we're gonna get a 30-minute doji here. 15 seconds. This will be a nice closure right here. Let's see, 4, 3, 2, 1 in there. Yep. Okay, so we closed doji. Yeah, this thing might continue to move down here. Yeah, nice closure here as well. 15. Yep, bearish closure. Make top break bearish. Yep. All right. See, we continue to roll over and break this level right here. If we start coming down, taking out the lows, we should drive to this midpoint here. Remember, our target's all the way down here. 4,000. I want to see if it'll come and sweep the previous 30 lows here. Drive down or what? Down. Oh, there we go. We're about to take these lows out right here. Anybody happy with 130 bucks, 155? You can take that if you want right now. It's a nice bag. Ooh, 200. Yeah, took those lows out right there, but now we can expect a little bit of a retracement here. Let's see. It's possible this thing could start driving down to the bottom. 200 bucks. Beautiful. 230. Yeah, we're up 255 here. 257. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Yeah, close it at 260. Hey. Congratulations, guys. Nice little quick MNQ trade there. This thing might continue to come down, but I'm good. Took 260 bucks there. I am happy. All right. Let's go back to our MNQ trade, guys. Yeah. Congratulations to those who took that MNQ trade with me there. It's a nice little bag there. And then this thing is starting to trickle back down. So let's see if we start breaking the lows here. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick little break, get myself something to drink, and I'll be right back on camera, guys. Just hold on to this trade. We're on our gold trade right here. All right, I'm back. Oh, look at this, guys. It's starting to come down here. See, we start re-breaking these lows here. Already rebroke the previous 15 lows. Previous 30, I'm sorry. Previous 30 lows. So, we should start seeing excuse me, a push down here. Let's see if we break and start driving down. Yeah, look at this 1 hour here. I'm gonna see these 1 hour lows too. That'll be ideal. 15. Okay. Came up. Broke the highs, came down. Took out the previous 15 highs. It's coming down. Let's see if we got a nice push down. Volume is a little slow, but we'll get this. We'll get this push here. Let's see. Into this candle, start ripping down. Real quick. Once we take out these lows, we should see a push down here. But wait on it. Right. So yeah, we got this support level right here. Yeah, we seeing this bouncing off that support. We'll see. It already broke the previous 15 lows here. So let's see if this is gonna respect. Try to move back up, or is it gonna come and close below? Yeah, it's a beautiful 4 hour candle too. Yeah, we would definitely want this thing to start coming down. Reason is also because it's about an hour. It's a long ways before this candle closes, but a lot of times this 4 hour, what it does is that although it'll close bearish, the next 4 hour candle will come up, make a top. These topics on the 4 hour can be pretty steep. So we'll see where it's going. All right, 15 minute went up. Now I might flip bearish here. We're gonna continue bullish. We'll wait, but it's pretty much ranging right now. I'm waiting to see if it's gonna come up and retest up here. I'm ready to take an entry here. Just add 2 contracts. That'll probably bring the price up around here. Establish a better entry so when we get the reversal, we'll move into some profit. I'll be patient and wait. Came close here last time. I wanted to come up to this area. What if it makes a higher high? This thing is extremely bearish. Like I said, if you know the outlook here, we have this resistance level here that it just broke out of. Even if it comes up, you know, we might be looking at a retest, a wick to tap in there, and then it should continue to drive down. But look at the bullish candles are super weak. 4 hours strong bearish. 4 hour. But again, the 4 hour, I mean, it still has an hour and a half. Anything's possible. This thing could flip back up. It is what it is. But I'm gonna be patient and wait here. So we see the 15-minute came down, took out the lows, came up, swept the highs, and now it's kind of pulling back down here. So it's ranging. It's ranging. I'm waiting for this thing to start flipping down, but all right, we got a closure here. All right, cool. So it didn't engulf the previous candle, swept the highs. And up. There we go. That's what I prefer. Move up. Need a bigger wick. Go higher. I want this thing to move up higher. There we go. Yeah, the volume is really low, but that's due to Asia session. We should see some start picking up. We're going into the pre-London hours now, so yeah, no bottom wick on this 15. So I want it to go up, take out the highs before it flips. If it does that, then I'll probably add the 2 contracts at that point. I want it to move up. Or if it's just gonna flip, then make this a top wick and then flip. I'm gonna sweep the lows here and see we continue to drive down. Wants to move up here. It's a new 30-minute too. Yep, new 30-minute. US candle closed bullish. A wick up here, then this one closed doji. No bottom. Yeah, this thing is gonna probably start moving now. So it goes a little higher, maybe take these highs here. 40.82. Yeah, it's moving out. This is good. Yeah, I added 2 contracts here. All right. Yeah. So I added those contracts there. Now this our entry moved up here to 47.5.4. So now I'm anticipating a flip back down here. Let's see. These candles have no bottom wick, but this 5-minute has no top wick, so this thing might still make a little bit of a move up, but sometimes they rip down. And this one, no top wick, rip down, and continue to move down here. So there it goes. It's starting to come up and make that top wick for that 5-minute. That's all. Like I said, ideally it would usually come up, retest up here, and then start coming down. But made a bottom wick for this 15. Start to move up. Like I said, wouldn't surprise me if it sweeps the highs and then pulls back down. Let's just be patient and wait. I think it's also understanding that this 4-hour, it's extremely bearish for daily. Look at that daily candle. Wow, it's horrible. What a horrible chart. Yeah, I feel like this daily is gonna come and grab this low here. And again, that's the monthly low or the weekly low. So this thing should come down and just grab that wick there. Maybe just grab like liquidity and come down. I'm thinking it's gonna tap into this low right here. But that's just me. Oh, Amaya, what's up, brother? I see you in the chat, bro. Yeah, so this was interesting, guys. Um, yeah, that rejection there, it's beautiful off the 1 hour. But we got the drive down, pull up. Look at this, came down. Now it's flipping up. I would still on this MNQ, bro. I would just wait, bro. Look at that. It's literally running out of room here, so it's either gonna break back up and retest this high here, or we're gonna eventually get a break below. So either way you look at it, you're good. Yeah, look, no bottom wick here. You guys want to do something fun? Watch this, guys. Let's do something fun here. All right, for the hell of it here, right? What's I'll probably put it above the wig here, 830. Okay. I'm just gonna take it right to the bottom here. I might move it down. Let me. Yeah. That's 75. Okay, I'll round it off. All right, let's do that. Boom. Took a sell on MNQ here. Just having fun, guys. All right, we're in that now. Let's see if this 30 would flip. No bottom wick here. Anyway, let's see where we're at here. We're still in this drawdown, but this I want to see if this thing, even if it swipes the highs here, you know, let's see if we start getting a reversal. But this doji closure wasn't horrible. 1 hour, make a top wick, fail to break the lows, but the previous one broke the lows, which is interesting. Yeah, we'll stick to that 15. Where did I get in? I got in at 37. Okay. I was on the scene. Yeah. Let's see. And my stops will be right at the trend line right here. That's my guidance right here. It might come up, tap into the line right here, respect it, and then continue. No bottom wick here, so this should either flip back down or the next candle make a top wick and then flip and come make the bottom wick, and then that should put some profit. Oh, is this one? Look at this 15. It's trying to flip down. If this 15 closes bearish in the next 3 minutes or so, that would be pretty good. Yeah, it failed to break the previous high there. 30-minute looking to flip bearish here too. Oh boy. This one got a lot of time, 17 minutes. So this thing might start having some fun here, start, you know, dancing around. But if this thing was to flip, yes. This thing's dragging. What you want to do, Go? What you want to do? This is super bearish. Yeah, a lot of consolidation. I mean, look at this 5 minute. Look at this. Look at this chop. It's terrible. All right. 5 minute had no top wick flip. We broke the highs. Now it's flipping bearish. Excuse me. 15 minute. Oh, is it gonna close bearish? It might flip here. Let's lock in here just to see how this closes. I'm just curious. Let's take a look at the NAS. Okay, MNQ is pulling back a little bit, but damn, we're still in drawdown. Don't care much for that. That'll sort itself out later. What's this? Oh, it's about to flip here. Oh boy. We get that flip. That would be nope. Nope, we got a closure. Okay, close doji. This almost flipped. All right, no top wick here. Oh no, it does have a top wick. A very small one though. Yeah, this thing might still flip up. But previous 15 failed to break the highs there, and then we kind of flipped, got a little doji closure. I don't know. I would like to see a top wick and then a continuation. Let's still got the 30, so yeah, we got about 15 minutes. So let's see if this 30 come up, gives that 15 a top wick, then reflips, and then it starts coming down. Yeah. This 1 hour is looking to flip bearish here. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, but that's good because that's the top wick for the 15. There it is. All right. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind none of that. Yeah, but with all these exhaustion wicks here, you know, this. I mean, at least it's trying to go up, but it's, you know, it's failing. So I just need this to roll over, and once we start getting bearish printing, I think that'll be what was gonna break. It might even happen for London, bro. Because we're approaching 1 a.m. now. So, kind of been stuck on this trade for a hot minute. So I'll stay patient there. Yeah. What's up, Ahmad, brother? Just doing a little trading. I haven't been on my trading live stream in a long time. I think when I was trying to log in earlier, I had to, you know, kind of log into a bunch of stuff, and it said I hadn't been live for like 200 something days. So it's been a while, you know. Took some time off from going live on YouTube due to the to running the TikTok community. So that's the only thing that held me back. But tonight I figured, you know, hey, I had you guys kind of looking into trading, and we were having these conversations. I said, hey, you know what, let me go live and then have you guys come in and join, and just, you know, just have a look. We already well, I don't know, a lot of you been tuning in, but we earlier we made I think we locked in $260 on a sell on MNQ. We already secured that, so I'm just waiting for this gold trade to flip, come down. I think it's just a consolidation, right? So we got, for example, this whole move down, then now it's chopping, then it's gonna continue to come down there. So that's the expectation. We got some fair value gaps up here. That my stops are above this fair value gap right here, which is about the midway point on this FEG on the 30-minute. But ideally, like I said, 15 minute Yeah. See, look at these wicks. Wick, wick up, and then it failed to break, right? So if you're noticing this candle hasn't closed yet, but we can say, oops, my bad. Yeah, you see these lower highs right here. Man, why is this thing acting up like this? Yeah. So you see, we got this high. This one failed to break this high, and now this one just went up, failed to break that. So we got a little bit of a divergence here. But now we're flipping bearish, about to sweep these lows. Nope, failed to flip. If this 15 flips, takes out the previous lows, maybe we get a nice little bearish push there. We'll have to wait and see. It's just trading, it's nothing to get crazy about, right? We know the risk we're taking. At least I do, based on my personal account, my balance and all that. So I know what I can risk. So, and sometimes I don't even let it hit the stop. Sometimes if I see that it's, you get strong confirmation, I'll just, manage risk. I'll jump out early, just close it. I don't mind doing that. Not afraid of taking a loss. You can always come back tomorrow. Yeah, Forrest is looking into getting into the business too. So yeah, gold is chopping. Let's see, we might get a nice run down here. We already swept the previous low right here with that move down, then it pulled up. It continue to move down here, but like I said, market does whatever it wants. So we just relax and wait. That's it. It's all in the hands of probability now. So we waited for our move. We got this drop, got the top wick, and then we once we came down here, when this candle made the top wick and flipped, that's when we got in. Um, Added 2 contracts to the trade when we got this reversal here. No bottom wick, made the top wick. Took my extra contracts, moved our entry up a little bit, and that's it. It's all in the hands of probability, guys. So all we do now is sit and wait. That's all we can do. Yeah, the 30 failed to break the highs, but the 30 kind of look bearish here. Let's see. Now we got 4 minutes. We should get we're gonna get a 1 hour closure, 30-minute closure, 15-minute closure. So I want to see if this 1 hour close is bearish. What I'll do, probably in that case, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably move my stop loss just above this previous 1 hour high. I'll definitely lower my risk to about this level here. But yeah, if this the new 1 hour, even if it comes up to sweep these highs and flip, we should still get some bearish momentum. But if it's gonna come all the way up here, then more likely it's gonna keep going up. But we'll see. Still staying patient here. Oh, bullish. All right, 3 minutes left. Yeah, we got a new 1 hour candle coming up. So. All right, gang, hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back. When this new candle comes up. go. And we really have to wait and see. There's a lot of resistance here. As you can see, it's getting rejected a lot in this area here. All right, you start coming down here or what? What's the NASDAQ doing? Have a trade on there. There you go, guys. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Let me go to the 30-minute. All right. So remember I told you about this trend line? Look at what this candle did. Went and tapped right into it, and it's rejecting for now, right? But if it starts to break above, you can stop me out there if it wants to. Maybe we'll get a flip here. No bottom wick on this 30. This is a top wick. This thing can start coming right back down here. I will move my entries right there. Let's see. And this gold trade is lagging, man. But see, we get the move down. I'll be here with you guys till this thing decides to flip. Well, came down, swept the lows. I was flipping bullish. And took out the highs here. again. All right, quick picking up the 1 hour highs, the 4 hour again. Long wick rejection here. I got stopped out on the NAS trade. Let me see. Oh yeah, it did. Yep, look, it wick right above there. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's 6. Let's see. This thing might be wanting to break out. Actually, might not be a bad sell. If this thing can start coming back down, I might take that entry once again. I might dabble with it. What's this high here? 70 points. That's not bad. I might look at this and take this. Let's see. I can get an entry right up here somewhere. Yeah, it's respecting it. It just whipped me out. Let's see. Yeah, this thing might want to start rejecting for me. Yeah, I'll take it right down the trend line. I'm comfortable with that. And actually, I'm gonna just wait. Leave that there. Might run down a little bit here. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's see what gold is doing. This thing is just changing, bro. Oh, bottom, no top there. This thing's gonna move up. Listen. 15-minute closure. 30s. Trying to flip bears, but not yet. Not yet. What is this? Where is the all right, Goldie, 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 what do you want to do? Waiting for another move down. Yeah, it's the bullish momentum is. This is a nice little impulse candle here. 15, 30-minute made a top wick. I don't know, it's looking like it wants to come back and flip bearish, but 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. See what it does here. Plenty of time. All right, looking bullish. This thing might actually come down. No bottom wick on this 5-minute. See what it put down. Yeah, we might get this move down here now. Interesting. All right, we might be getting this retest here. Let's see what it's looking like. Yeah, so we might be finally getting the retest here and then the reversal. Well, it took out these highs for sure. It went and swept those highs, grab that little liquidity there, and let's see, we'll get a flip back down. It's getting tiring though, man. All right, so yeah, a little over 6 minutes here. All right, so we came and retested and somewhat rejecting here. Let's see, are we gonna flip bearish? Oh, that would be nice too. Nice little bearish flip. I didn't expect to be up this late. All right, now we got the retest right here, 89. Let's see if we're gonna respect that and remain below. Let's see. Remember when we were making this top wick here, I had the sell limit up here initially. But look at how long it took for it to come and retest. So we got the breakout, now we got the retest, and then we got a rejection. And let's see, we could have had this entry. I don't know if I would have waited till almost 1:30 in the morning to take this trade. So that's crazy. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though. We do get a closure above here. We do get the closure. I might probably um, cut my losses if we get a closure above here in the next 3 minutes. But also keeping in mind that a wick might come in and tap into the FEG here and then flip. Regardless, my view is we're definitely going to come down, but this could be just a slight correction to this drop here. That's why I got these levels marked up. Keep a close eye on it. All right, we have a little less than 2 minutes. Oh, here we go, pushing up here. Yep. So I'm gonna tap in there and reject. I was respecting this here. All right, 50 seconds. Is it gonna close below or close above? Gotta see. 20 seconds here. Yeah, very interesting closure here. Let's see. Don't know yet. All right. Yeah, it closed below. All right, this candle closed below, so I'm gonna see if this one taps into the FEG. Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay, so it tapped into that, and let's see if it rejects it. It's crazy because I moved the stop loss into the encroachment here, but it tapped into it and rejected. Let's see if we're gonna start. Well, this previous candle came down as well. It happened so fast. See, are we gonna get stopped out here? Nope. Yeah, 49.6.7. That's where I'm at there. Not risking anything more than that. I mean, wow, look how close it was to the stop loss. But it's kind of super close there unless we get a massive rejection. The previous 30 closed below resistance too. This could be a top wick for the flip, perhaps. But yeah, my stops are right there. 1 hour. Wow, that 1 hour ripping. Look at that 1 hour. Looking at it from this point of view here, let me see. Well, the next possible move then will probably take another entry. Probably be, if it's gonna come up, if it taps us out here, it might come up and retest here. It might do something like this. All right, come up, tap into that previous support level there, and then come down. That's probably what it'll do if we get stopped. Oh, we almost stopped out here. Are we? Ew, I'm still, look at that, bro. Oh, now I might do it. Might do it now. That was smack close. Oh, there it goes. All right. Yeah, we got stopped out there. All right, no big deal. All right. Need this to see. All right. Yeah, it invalidated this FEG here. Let's see. Well, it hasn't closed above yet. Where's that 1 hour mark? Yeah, right here. All right, so if I'm gonna take another entry, I would see if it's gonna come up and test this previous support here, and then look for the rollover to the downside. That's what I would wait for at this point. All right. Oh, actually, I would wait for. Let me see. Okay, let me wait for this 4 hour closure. This is gonna determine a lot. 25 minutes. All right, I'll wait these next 25 minutes. I want to see how these candles react. It'll be crazy if this 30-minute were to flip bearish in the next 30 minutes. That would drive me crazy. No, but this is the next target right up here. So this is what we broke out of. came down. Now we might be coming up to retest to continue down. That's the only other logical. Now that we broke out of this level, it's probably, we'll see. Sometimes it'll wake up, flip, you know. That would be like, man, for it to just come up to take us out to then flip would be crazy. So I kind of wanted to stay bullish at this point. Yeah, because um, my guess is that I'm also looking at London, London session opening up, and I think it's gonna push down. But look at that, came up and wicked us out, and then now it's reversing. Yeah, it might be frustrating, but it's all part of trading, bro. Because now one trade, you make your money back, but it's all a matter of weighing. So you know, I would just wait because I would tell you this: if this candle comes up, if it does flip, let's say it flips bearish, see this previous 30-minute candle close below. If it pulls up, makes this wick, takes us out, and then it ends up flipping bearish and closing, then I'm gonna get back in right away. But if it closes above, then I'm probably gonna call it and just what I would just tell you guys is wait for the retest up here if this candle stays above. Because what happened is that we might be looking at a possibly a 4 hour flip, but I don't know. You know, we might be seeing something similar to this. For example, you see how this candle closed doji in? Let's say this one might close doji, right? Like this. Then the next candle makes a bottom wick, comes up, right? And then we get something similar to this right here, and then another set of candles to come down. So we might get a little run up, right? Right into this fair value gap, maybe, and then a continuation to the downside. So at this point now, the possibilities, everything shifts. But I'm gonna wait. It's crazy. It wicks us out and then it's flipping out. It's funny. But let's see. If we get this flip, bro, we're getting in. Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Our entry was down here, right? 47.5. But if this thing flips, we might be able to get an entry a lot higher. And then by the time it gets down here, we'll make that loss back and some. I'll be patient and wait here. Let's see what goes gonna do. That's part of trading, guys. There's no emotion. Wicks us out. That's it, bro. We on to the next trade. Our playbook setup presented itself. I executed. Unfortunately, we got wicked out here. Look at this reversal. Look at that. It tapped just enough to take us out. But if you manage your risk, like a lot of people, I know people that on a move like that would have blown their account. It happens. I've seen it happen before. But that's not the case. So we manage risk. We know how much we're willing to lose, and there might be an opportunity to make our money back, even if it's to recover that loss. Now they're in London, at the very least that much. But let's see. This candle, for me, this candle has to flip bearish. That's the only way I'll get back in. That's what I'm gonna do. So we got 20 minutes, 20 minutes and 35 seconds. So I'm gonna wait. Let's see. I'll stick it out with you guys. We're not gonna do anything unless this candle flips and closes bearish, and then right back below this yellow line here, which is the previous 15-minute resistance right here. So yeah, stay patient, guys. Let's see if we get this 15-minute. If the 15-minute flips, it would be good. But I don't know, 5 minutes, and it's almost flipping. So, but yeah, let's wait and see. A flip will definitely get me back in. So hang tight, guys. I'm go take a break, kind of stretch my legs, and I'll be back. And let's see what we're gonna do when this candle closes at about 8. Oh, wait a minute. This thing is about to flip. Nah, but the flip in itself, no, I need the closure below. Wow, it's crazy. Look at that. Pap taps us out. Complete reverse all the way back down. I'm sure you guys get frustrated with stuff like that, but we're gonna have our fun in a minute. It looks like it's gonna flip bearish because it's time to watch this, bro. We're gonna make a killing in a second if this thing is about to flip. Bro. All right, that 15-minute comes in handy. Hmm. This is crazy. Yeah, this 15-minute flip be crazy right now. The 5-minute already flipped. Well, the 5-minute could be retesting here to then go back up. So yeah. Hmm. Ah, I don't know. Let's see. No top wick here, so this 5 minutes definitely could come up, but it could still close below top wick to make it here and then flip. And it's a lot of possibilities here, but let's. I want to see the 15. Wow, look at that, guys. You can't make this up, yo. All right, let's see. Like 3 minutes. Yeah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for the closures though. Let's focus on the 30-minute, guys. Let's be patient, right? You're sitting down watching the stream with me. You're hanging out with me tonight. Just go stretch your legs for a little bit. Come back in 10 minutes, right? There's 5 to 7 minutes. We're gonna see if this thing flips and we get a bearish closure, right? The scenario would be if we get a bearish closure, right, and it closes back in the range. What I would want to see, and I hope we get it on the next 30-minute candle, for example, will be to make a top wick and then retest this level right here. Maybe even break above it, and then we can take our entry off the wick and then the continuation to the downside. And by the time we get to the support down here, we're gonna make back the entire loss and some. But otherwise, now we stay out. We'll take the loss for tonight, and then tomorrow for New York session, a couple of hours, we'll probably have been seeing this rejection from here, and we might be selling it all the way back down. So we might get an entry up here and ride it all the way down. So it's all about this 30-minute closure, guys. A bearish flip is what I'm looking for. So hang tight, guys. I'll be right back. Let me take a little break. Yeah, guys, look at this. Think about that. Flip. Yeah, we got a bearish closure here. Back below. Great. Yeah, I'll be taking that impulse entry right off the bat. This is wild, bro. Shit, wild. Nice. Yeah, that's a big rejection. How's that 1 hour? Yeah, look at that wick. Yeah. Nice. Pushing above, but we'll see. He's gonna wait. All right. Little under 4 minutes, guys. Let's just wait. Gonna wait for that closure and see what happens. The thing with trading is 80% waiting and 20% trading, right? But we have to let them, candles print. If we get the closure we want, we execute. If we don't, we let it go. Ah, nice move, Ahmad. All right, go. What you want to do? Yeah, push back up. Looks like it wants to stay above here. Anything on the smaller time frame? Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, on the 5 minute, looks like a drop retest, right? We got the break, retest, and then it might want to fly up. So yeah, this thing yeah, it might stay above here, unless this candle flips. But yeah, this off the 5 minute, look at that, nice, respecting that support, and then popped up. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna stay above. How's the 4 hour looking? Yeah, the 4 hour super bearish still. I mean, it has a lot of bearish momentum, but look at that wick rejection. That 4 hour dropped all the way down here, flip back up. Is it gonna close below 1 minute? All right, here we go. Now 15 minute is bearish, but again, respecting there, so it's staying above here from what it looks. But let's see, still time for it to flip. Yeah, this is gonna be a good closure here. Let's see, 45 seconds. The price is just frozen here. boy, 20 seconds. All right, yeah, it's gonna close above, guys. Whoa, right, yeah. Yep, that's it, guys. That's what we got stuck with. What it was Nas doing here. Yeah, you see, we broke out, came back, retested. It's possible this thing might continue to move up. Yeah. Yeah, I got a FEG here, so it might even come in, tap in, and then continue up. No bottom wick here on this candle. All right, gang. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. It's 2 a.m. Unfortunately, we didn't get this closure. We got the breakout here, so this thing might continue. Ooh, look at this. Um, Wait a minute. Uh, this is crazy. Am I about to jump in this? Yeah, let me take a quick scalp shot here. Let me just see. Jumped in with 2 short contracts. I just want to see if we get the flip down into this gap, and then I'll close. Yeah, I'm just monitoring it. I'm not gonna let it run up too much. Just want to see if it drives down and gets a small profit. That was only because it opened with no bottom wick. I just want to see if we get the rip down. If it drives up, I'll just close it if it starts breaking these highs. Small position, so yeah, 2 contracts. That's all I do. Nothing major. I want to see if it decides to flip bearish and then move up later. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, guys, just go to the 1 hour. Just a reminder. Since we got the closure above, I would just say wait for the retest, right? The support level that it broke out of and came down, it might come up to retest it to flip down. So maybe during London, it'll come up to this area and then start rolling over. Yeah, this ain't doing nothing. It's probably gonna flip and make a bottom wick here. I just want to see if I can scalp a bag here. Right, let's see what you gonna do. Yeah, I want to shut this down, but low doesn't want to flip down. It's about to flip here. Flip. Almost need this to flip red, and I'll probably close out. And I'm up in about 36 bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. All right, that was fun. No need to mess around. More likely it's gonna flip, make a bottom whip. Yeah, I made a quick 35 bucks there, 30, 34 bucks, whatever it was. All right, guys. But hey, listen. Um, thank you for tuning in. It's been a while since I've been live on my trading stream, but I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see if I can get online and do some trading live with you guys from time to time. But I'm glad you guys got a chance to hang out with me, and unfortunately today, it wasn't too bad. We made 260 profit on the NAS trade, and then lost. I think it was 980 on the loss here. So we're down about 700 bucks. I think a little under 700 on my account today, but nothing I can't make back possibly later. If not London, I'll wait for the New York session later in a couple of hours. So I'm sure I'll be fine. But anyway, guys, God bless you all, and thank you for hanging out. And I'll call it here.